Hey everyone, happy Monday, Runday. Welcome to the live stream of the channel every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take a few minutes, as I always say. Tonight we got a lot of stuff covering. If anyone watching the replay, welcome. Waiting for some people to come in now, and soon I'll get the notification saying that we are online. But hopefully everyone's having a great day. Got 5 people watching. There we go. Welcome everyone to the stream. We are on time tonight. I know that's kind of hard to believe. Last couple streams I've been tardy, as they would say. So, but yeah, hopefully everyone's having a great night so far. It's been a interesting weather day, kind of cool, kind of hot, then storms, then not. If that all rhymes, didn't realize that. But hopefully everyone is having a great day. Let's see if we're getting some comments in here so far. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. StreamYard saying live comments show up here. Awesome. Thank you, StreamYard. We got Randall Ellison. Hello, welcome. We have Anthony. Hey, guys. How's it going? We got a weather notification here. Real-time precip. Not for this area. Hey, Jerry. How's it going? Welcome. Raylan from Georgia. Got a lot of people coming in. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. It is a little toasty up here. I apologize. Yeah, I was running the box fan for a while. I haven't turned on the AC today, but I think we might have to turn on the AC for a little bit just to get the humidity and the temperature down before we go to sleep, so we can actually, wake up and do everything. Oi, 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 groovy. Welcome. Austin, how's it going? David Stevens, welcome, welcome. Kevin Nolan, welcome as well. Jeff the Railroad Enthusiast, hello, hello. Railfan Loy, welcome. Yeah, lots of people coming in. So I want to thank you all so far for participating in the live stream. Hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties. We are on time today, which I'm not expecting to do. It's at Valley Stone, waiting for a train. Welcome. Brian Rock, welcome to everyone. Yeah, Randall, that's awesome, man. Hopefully you see something. It's I called a train today at work. I didn't upload that short yet, but probably after the stream I'll upload it. We'll see how that works. Oops, trying to get the lighting right up here as well. I'm gonna try to turn on the back light. Not this one. This one's a problem child, but we'll have to see. Hey John, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Ralph and Lloyd just saw a mixed freight. Very cool. That's what we got at work today. It was awesome. They had a bunch of auto loaders. Pretty common for Baltimore. They have a lot of cars that move in and out of that port. And then some mixed freight. It was really cool. We have Lehigh River Sub. Welcome. Matt's Trains. Hey. Let's see. It is cooling off up here. It's just I got the windows open to kind of calm it all down. How was your Steamtown adventure? Awesome. Hung out with some great people. Took Nikki with me. It was a lot of fun. Hung out with JP Videos and RJ78 for a little bit. See if that helps with the lighting. Get that light on back there. Let's see. And we got all the doors and stuff open in the house, circulating air. Because it has been it's getting into the hot season. I'm not ready for it. I kind of like the fall weather. You know, you can kind of open up the doors, windows, keep the doors closed, and run the house fan. But today it was hot. Oh God, let's do some sharks. Maybe later. We could probably do a shark train later. I promise this time. Let's see. Iron Horse Productions, welcome. Trish, welcome. Saw some log cars. Very cool. Yeah, Steamtown was great. First time seeing 26 run. Such a beautiful little engine. 060. It's close to a USRA switcher, but it's not. It's a Baldwin. I think the USRAs are Alcos, from my knowledge. Hey, William, how's it going? Welcome. Hello, all. Hey, thanks, David. Yeah, that was a fun one. I put all those videos. There was 4 runs in total. I put them all together into one giant video. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun editing that. I'm now editing stuff on my phone, so when I traveled out there, I was able to splice and dice that video and get it ready for posting as soon as possible. So it was really cool. 681, yeah, we can run the 681 on the inner loop. I've got a 736 tonight we're going to run. But we could definitely run the 681. Saturday, I volunteered at the Little River Railroad Museum. My brother derailed the handcart about 3 times. Oh, hopefully it's not too heavy. I know those were meant to lift up and like sit off to the side. Yeah, the humidity and the heat, it's just killing me. And it's like hot. Of course, I'm in the attic, so all that heat just rises and comes up here. But I have the windows open. It's going to cool down tonight. It's going to get into the 50s. It should be really nice. I'm hoping by the end of the live stream, it's going to be nice and chilly up here. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Shoulders still hurt. Yeah, you got to pick up that cart and put it back on the track. Hey, Chuck's Lionel, Mark's Trains, welcome. Hopefully you're staying nice and cool over there in Cali. Slag Cat, hello, welcome. Got lots of people coming in. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for being here so far. I mean, got some cool stuff going on. The layout I've got, well, this is the second week of Steam Month. I'll be up at Strasburg this weekend to catch Sparky's 107's meetup. Meet some great people out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't been to Strasburg in a while, which is a lot, but I've been chasing other trains across the country. So it's been, well, not the country, but tri-state area. So it's definitely been worth it. Hey there to everyone in the chat. Hello, Jeff. Riff and Loy, shoulders. Yeah, like I said, those carts can be heavy. yeah, Lehigh River sub. I'll be there. Travel by train. Welcome. 611 is at Strasburg. I don't think she's running yet. I know they did a lot of work on her. They did like their 10-year maintenance on her or something like that. Train I'm waiting on isn't long. It's about 60, just 60 cars, you know, just 60. You know, I could fit about 40 cars in the outer loop on this out. Hey, Peter, how's it going? Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday, Runday. Yeah, me too. I always look forward to the streams. I'm a little exhausted from today, but it's been a pretty simple day, honestly. Just a nice chill day at work. It wasn't like last week. Last week was just really awful. Got a southbound. There you go. Hey, Jamie, thanks for coming in. Be listening, not chatting too much. No worries. You got to do what you got to do. Hey, Terry's Trains Down Under. Good day. Look forward to fun and enjoying the show. Thank you so much. Oh, enjoyable show. But yeah, guys, I'm actually, I'm in the process now of doing a lot of layout work up here. I probably won't do a lot of tutorials on it. It's pretty much the same repetition, just fuzzy green expensive stuff. And then road and ballast, that stuff. I might do a video on some wiring. We'll have to see how that goes. But basically, just take one thing at a time. Oh, I was going to say, I can't eat during a live stream. That's rude. Nikki brought me pizza, and she's like, here, food. Oh, well, she got me a cold drink. That works. Here. Not a sponsor, but the original taste of Coca-Cola.
Well, I guess I'll say here. You'll probably change your mind. You told me to eat pizza earlier.
I got some shiny new Walmart and JB Hunt containers. Very cool. Rail Fan Lloyd went to Dollywood yesterday, 70, using a Southern Railway step top 3 chime. That's awesome. Couple CSX containers. Yeah, those are cool too. I would like to get at least 1 or 2 intermodal trains or cars that add to the collection, and also some auto racks. Maybe like 2 or 3 auto racks. Probably Conrails, of course. Keep it with the theme. Because I like vintage rail stuff. I'm not a fan of the Class 1s. Even though I'm wearing a Class 1 shirt that I shouldn't be wearing because they've been mean. But, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the modern day railroads. I like the old school, the old way, you know. The railroads I'm too young to see, but I'm not old. I'm not too young to appreciate. That's the best way I can explain it. Yeah, this thing's freezing cold. He's got a new fridge as well, so this thing's like actually really cold. Shoo, it's awesome. Cocaine to cola. No, this is straight out of the can. This is not a street vendor can, I promise. Can't do that. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do up here, guys. So this weekend I might actually have some special guests. We might do a live stream Saturday night, Friday night. Friday night. Well, that's GFW's stream, so maybe we'll just hang out here and run trains and watch GFW on the big little big screen. But yeah, I've got a friend coming over Friday for the Strasburg event. He's a friend of the channel, might be in here later, but we'll have to see. I think of taking 2 Menards FedEx buildings and making them into a fruit warehouse. That's cool. Nothing better than ice cold Coke, yeah. Railfan Loy only drinks water. Yeah, I usually drink water. I got my water in this Orioles cup here. But pizza and Coke go like together, you know. Almost like beer and crabs, or, you know, they just go together very well. Lehigh River sub, hey. So yeah, scenery wise, I'm actually going to start working in the town, which is that way behind me. I put lights in the row home, I guess you'd call it. The 3-story house has a light, so I gotta put a road in there. The gas station is fully lit, but these gas stations, the Danbury Mint gas stations that I have, they have a an adapter plug, and the lights only run off of 3 volts. So I can't like wire it into my accessory loop. I could try to step down the voltage, but I'm just going to put LEDs in that structure. And if I ever want to like take out the LEDs, I'll just hot glue them. Just a little dot of hot glue to hold the lights in. So if I don't want to use the LEDs anymore and just plug it in, I'll have the plug as well. But they run at like 3.5 volts. They have a battery pack, or not a battery pack, a transformer pack. So I can't like plug this right up to my accessory line. So this a little bit. It takes up a spot on my power strip, and it's just kind of annoying. I just run it in series here, or parallel on my accessory wires. Quit drinking soda, start messing with my health. Yeah, probably me too. I mean, I've got a food baby that's been due for about 20 years. But yeah, there was a time, you know, I only drink soda like here and there. I don't drink it all the time. If I'm out on vacation, I'll drink soda, or from home, like after work, and that's about it. Other than that, I'm just drinking water. Rick's R&L Railroad, welcome. George Trains, hey. John, put me down for beer and pizza. Sounds like a plan. Lackawanna John, how's it going? Welcome. Got Adam Tereska all the way from Texas. Welcome. But yeah, guys, I'll be at Strasburg this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Meeting a lot of you guys out there. It's going to be pretty cool. It's for Sparky 107's meetup. I haven't met him before. I know he reached out to me several times asking, like, where are you going? I'm like, yes, of course I'm going. It's my home away from home. So yeah, I'll have to be there. Still got 1309 stuff to edit. Got to get that video up there. Got to get it up on the internet. Yeah, 1309 was great. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's got a lot of views. I got like almost 2,100 views on that video. It's doing really well. It was a fantastic day out rail fanning. Jamie was with me, and I did the best I could to chase the train. I'm not too familiar with that railroad up there. So 1309's territory of the Western Maryland, I made a bunch of spots on Google, and if they worked, they worked. If they didn't, they didn't. So it was a great trip. I now know where I'm kind of going up there. I totally messed up. Helmsetter's Curve was a totally different location. So I had someone comment that in the comments, and I was just like, oh man, I totally messed that up. But it's up there. So it was an awesome trip. Hey, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, that was a great, fantastic trip, honestly. Gold's Need, welcome. Trying to create my own Wild West setup. Just can't find structures. Honestly, that's actually a good point. Here, I'll post your comment. So, the best part about this hobby, you could honestly make your own structures. I know it sounds kind of tedious, but when I was a kid, I actually used to use a lot of popsicle sticks. or I'd get like pieces of balsa wood and make my own little buildings and stuff. But yeah, definitely popsicle sticks. Look at Plasticville. Plasticville, I think, made some Wild West stuff. But yeah, definitely start small. Make like a teepee or something if you have to. Be pretty cool. Cache Valley Road will take you to Helmsetter's Curve. Thank you, John. I put it on Google Maps, and guess what? I lost service going up the hill, and it was like turn left ahead, and I was like, okay. So we went up this windy road, and it was a different curve, but it's okay. Hey, DV Tech, what's up? Hopefully I'll see you this weekend as well. Or built for the CNO. Oh, I miss Slagcat. I'm assuming. Yeah, 1309 is a CNO, and they should have left it that, but I'm not going to get into it. But she's in good hands, at least. And the engine looked great. It sounded great. It ran perfectly fine. The staff was very, like, overly nice to people. It was awesome. Very cool. Adam, we're trying to stay cool. This humidity and thunderstorm thing, I'm not ready for it yet. I love thunderstorms, but I'm not ready for the heat. Randy Jacobs, welcome. So yeah, I can't wait for Strasburg this weekend. We'll have lots of people out there. Hopefully I can run into some of you guys out there. Just I'll do a community post for anyone watching the replay and watching right now, just so you guys, if you want to come out and say hi at Strasburg, just let me know. I'll probably just be at the Caboose Motel in the morning, and I'll probably hook up with some people to get some ideas on where everyone will be at the time. So we'll have to see. Gold's Deed, I'll see what I can do. My brother just got a 3D printer. Very cool. Congratulations. Yeah, that'll definitely come in handy. I do not have a printer. I would like to get a media printer or a some type of media printer up here in the studio. That'd be awesome. I have a new space on the platform that would be great for a printer. We'll have to see. Sorry, guys, we lost internet for a second. Anyone watching the replay? That's why I'm pausing here. There we go. Internet's back. Austin, I did not get the Strasburg 90. I do not have that type of cash right now. But yeah, I did see the Strasburg 90. I saw the picture Lionel posted about them looking at the locomotive and stuff. I knew all those guys. I met them when I interviewed at Strasburg. 94 in Texas. Wow. Well, hopefully it's like that dry heat, not this humid garbage that we have up north. Mystic Southern, welcome. Nick, you said you were going to be live Saturday as well. We'll have to see. I'll either... It might be Friday night, but I don't want to overstep GFW stream because that's their... they're good friends of the channel, and that's their night to do whatever. So maybe if RJ's here, if he's staying, he might live stream. It'd be kind of cool. Making a horseshoe throwing scene on my layout. Oh, that's awesome. Gotta have some like little solo cups, little red solo cups near the horseshoe pit. Got a box of Bud Light. You'll be rocking. Hey Radar, how's it going? Somewhat humid, but really not bad. Yeah, up here it's a little humid. 86 in Northern Cali with low humidity. Oh, that sounds great. I would take that over what we had today. And we had this weird front come out and go out to the ocean. It just creamed a lot of these like little towns up north, and Scranton got hit. I know Knoebels got hit because my phone was going crazy. Like I've got all these locations in my phone, and my phone was just like buzzing all day, like lightning strike and seek shelter now. It's like all that stuff. I was like, oh god. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that I'm wanting to do this summer. Hopefully, it stays nice and cool. I know it's not going to, but we'll have to see. DVTech, that's what I need. I need a cooler. Not sure how to make beer cans that small. If you could find, you know what, DB Tech, think of this. If you could find like pencil, like it sounds really crazy. If you could find like a colored pencil, like a silver colored pencil, and you, like, I don't know if that would even work. If you can get like the little pencil lead pieces, that might work. That might be like perfect scale for a beer can. Or like if you took a metal rod and just chopped it in little sections with a Dremel and made like these little cans. They don't have to have any writing on them. You know, you can't see the writing. You had hail driving home. Wow. Holy moly. Hopefully you're all right. But I'm sure Woodland Scenics makes beer cans and all that crazy stuff. I just bought some Woodland Scenics figures from a friend. I got some other goodies to show you guys. There'll be a video this week. I went to my friend Bernie's Model Railroad up in Scranton. Well, it's really Jessup, Pennsylvania. And I bought some stuff from him. We actually have a caboose I'm running tonight. Another caboose that's downstairs that needs a repair. And some other good goodies, you can call them. But we'll definitely do a review on that. And I wish I took pictures of the shop, but it's a work in progress of a shop, but it's a really good shop. Hey, Henry, how's it going? Welcome. Maybe a round toothpick piece of a nail. Yes. Yeah, use a nail. Just take a Dremel disc and just cut them down. That'd be awesome. North Penn Valley, welcome. The storm sucked. Yeah, I heard they were bad. Like really rough. That's a great question. Jeff the Railroad Enthusiast asked, does the humidity affect the trains in your room? I thought anything with a control board computer can't be in humid environments. There's some things that happen up here, like sometimes things get a little muggy, but that's about it. But that's a fantastic question. But yeah, everything with boards and everything else is working. I think mostly because it's AC. If this room had DC trains in it, like HO or N scale, I'd be cleaning the track every run session. But because this is a little bit, it works pretty well. Let's see. I got some other comments in here. Henry Heathers, what's new? We're going to Strasburg this weekend. I'll be at Strasburg to celebrate Sparky's meetup. Bernie's is nice. Yeah, and Bernie's a really good guy. If you like, I brought him the broken caboose. It was in a box. It's a K-line smoking caboose, which I love. Those are so cool. I've got one. I got this one sitting here. I've ran this several times on the channel, and this one's just really, really cool. I'll actually leave that up here on the layout. But then I bought two more while at Bernie's, and he was very fair. He was just like, "Hey, that's broken. Would you take $10 for it?" He's like, "I'm not gonna fix this." He's like, I was just like, "Yeah, I'll fix it, and then I'll do a review of your shop, of course. You know, just for fun. I mean, it's a great shop. Why not?" Rain was pounding. Yeah, I saw our pond. We have a little ornamental pond. I saw that the pond was like overfilled, and I was like, "Oh, okay, so we did get some rain." That's an idea. Uh-oh. Someone wrote an idea. Piano wire. There you go. That works. So, didn't rain hard or even thunderstorm here. Bear, Delaware. Very cool. So yeah, we've got a lot of scenery stuff going up here. I'm trying to think of the following week. We'll be at 2102. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can get up there to see 2102. That's gonna be crazy. I'm just gonna pick a couple spots. It's gonna be probably a very short video. Unfortunately, we gotta plan all that out still, but I'm not even worried about that. I want to have fun at Strasburg this weekend. Have a relaxing weekend. This past weekend was great up at Scranton. If any of you guys haven't checked out the video yet, it's Baldwin 26 is alive at Steamtown. That was a lot of fun too. We rode the train. It was very shaky. I had problems seeing. They made us wear masks on the train, so I had a lot of issues like seeing peripherally. I was like this the whole time, like, so it really was pretty crazy. It rained on and off in Ohio. We haven't got hit with storms yet in Philly. Hey, Joshua, how's it going? welcome. Finally have time to build a simple oval layout. Hey, that's the best. That's what I built here. This is an oval. Well, it's a double oval. Works great. It's very simple. Just 3 switches on this layout. I'm contemplating on adding some more trackage, but I don't know, because this side of the layout isn't done. Like the side that's facing behind the laptop, it's not completely done yet. I thought about doing some stuff like having a switch come out over here and all of that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But right now I'm just going to kind of mess around with this loop as is, and then we'll go from there. I have thought about building a Y, but then that idea kind of left my mind. I don't know. But I'm really liking this simple loop just to run trains and have a great time, relax, and nothing too crazy. Do some scenery work, of course, lighting, all that fun stuff. Exactly, whatever you have room for. Yeah, and a lot of layouts are built to the size of the room. Like this layout, I had no choice. I'm like, cool, I have 12 feet. Width, I have 8 feet. Well, length of 12, width of 8. I was like, cool. I'm just going to build and build and build and make it work. And this works. Every space is different. Yeah, eventually I'll have a much larger layout, I'm sure, if we ever move out. But it's all in time. Yeah, definitely a Y would be awesome. Switching from a Bachmann oval to Kato, Peanut Crazies. The Unitracks is great. The Kato, whatever you guys call it. I call it Kato. I've always called it Kato. But that stuff is just fantastic. I use it for N scale, and I am contemplating on building an N scale layout over time. We'll have to see how it goes. Let's see. Sometimes simple layout is great. Yeah, I just a little too much going on, couldn't access anything, and I was just like, dude, this is great. I'm just sitting here, and I think I say that like every stream. I'm just like, dude, this is awesome. Just do whatever I want. Sit in the middle here, and it's just a lot of fun. Hey, Vincent, how's it going? Just hanging out, talking with you guys for now. Double track with a double crossover. I wish I could fit a crossover in here, but I guess it would only work properly if, well, my transformers are all phased. That's good. But it would work only if I had insulators between the rails in the middle. So when I run conventionally, it's 2 separate lines. And if, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to run everything in command, I guess. Edward, how's it going? Layout's 8 foot by 18 inches. So that's like that-ish. That's awesome. Are you running, I'm guessing you're running N scale or Z. Making it my old family kitchen table. You know what, Henry? That's what I started out years ago. I actually started on with N scale. My dad gave me what's now my workbench up here, my work table, and I built an N scale loop on it, and it wouldn't fit. So my dad gave me these extra pieces of flooring tiles. We snapped them all together, and we built the extension we needed to build like almost a 4x8, and that was the layout. That was it. Just a loop of track, but it worked. My layout is simple too. 2 main lines with 3 yards. Very cool. Just scored a pair of yellow 2023 Alcos from a guy 7 minutes from me. Hey, Patrick, welcome to the stream. That's awesome. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you guys, or tell you guys about, I'm actually looking at getting an Alco. After being at the Steamtown, watching the DL move their Alco equipment back and forth, I'll probably end up buying an Alco. I don't have any Alcos other than my Erie 2023s or 2023s, 2033s. We'll have to see. I think they're the same Alcos that you just said. Yeah, 2033s or 2023s. I'm losing it, guys. But yeah, I'll probably end up getting I'm looking for a single Alco with command control. I found one on eBay. I won't tell you guys about it too much. I want to make sure it's still there in like a week. but I'm probably going to buy him one of those. It's hard to put 2 sets of switches. I did that on my HO. Yeah. And scale next to the current layout. That would be awesome. Oh, man. Let's see. Los Milwaukee Railroad Man. Or Milwaukee Road Man. Sorry. It's the Milwaukee Road Man. There we go. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I saw your comment earlier. Welcome to the stream. I apologize for that. 2023s are sweet. They are. And they pull a lot. You just need track that's able to accept the magna traction. So ferrous track. I have non-ferrous track. Everything up here is that nickel stuff from MTH. But they still pull. They pull a lot. 2032 is the Erie Alco. Yep, that's what I have. HO scale. Very cool. He's doing well. Awesome. Hey, Milwaukee Roadman. I actually saw a video, or no, it was a post on the O-Gauge forum. It was like Milwaukee Railroad Club from like 1939, 37, or 39 that has met in that basement of their Milwaukee Road station for like since then. It's pretty cool. Milwaukee Road's got some great colors as well. That like the brown yellow scheme with the red plates just pops. It's really cool. Adam's looking forward to next Christmas when when you set up the trains again. Very cool. Yeah. I love Christmas time. I'm able to put trains everywhere, and I'm able to put trains everywhere and not get in trouble for it. That's the best part about Christmas. Because I can set like 2 loops of track under the tree, set some display trains up, and have friends over to run trains. It's a lot of fun. I'm an alcoholic. Hey. Especially that diesel smell that comes off of Alcos. You're just like, oh, this is great. Fantastic. Are you running any trains tonight? Yes. Tracy Young, we are. Got my CNJ DVD. Mad Camelbacks. And Baldwin double cabs. I don't know what a Baldwin double cab is. I haven't seen one of those before. Or I probably have. I just don't know what it looks like. But everyone knows a Camelback when you see one. So yeah, we can actually run some trains here. We got the I'm just gonna let them rip. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat because I haven't eaten today, which is fantastic. But I'm gonna run. We actually have. I'll tell you guys this too, really quick. I'm running my Amtrak, P42 for good luck, my Genesis Loco, because I actually, I applied to Amtrak today, and they had a conductor trainee position open for Harrisburg, so I applied, and I'm now waiting to hear back from the contractor. That's what they said. It was instant. I applied. It was the fastest application process I've ever had. Literally within an hour of submitting the application, I had a return email saying, "Hey, you appear to be qualified for the position. We're interested. Here's your physical information." So what they do is actually, it's a little bit different than the other 2 railroads I applied for. Norfolk Southern just said, "Hey, you're too big, Nick, so go home." CSX said, "Hey, it was nice having an interview, but you're not for us," even though I did not have an interview. But Amtrak's actually making people do a physical test, which I've been saying about for like the last 10 live streams. I'm like, why doesn't NS make people do a physical test? So Amtrak does. They do an arm test. It's a machine that measures your just your ability to lift on both arms and legs. And they measure I researched it before the stream. It's pretty cool. But they do all these physical tests on these 2 related tests to demonstrate if you're able to do the job, which I should be able to. I'm not super strong, but I'm able to move around. But they sent me the information that I'll be called by this company to conduct a physical exam on my physical abilities. So exciting. So I'm really excited for that. honestly. I didn't think I would be excited to work for Amtrak, but I looked into it and I'm like, man, this is a really cool job. You still get to see the country, you still get to be a conductor, and they also wanted someone with hospitality skills. I did work in retail a while ago. I dealt with all kinds of people. You get the customers that are ticked off that their item broke. They want their refund. They're not satisfied, and I'm used to it, you know. And even at my job now, I still deal with people, the public, which is fine. That's just life, you know. So I'm really excited for that now. Now we all need Amtrak trains. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Hey, thanks everyone. Yeah, I'm reading your guys' comments in here. Um, aren't really trying to hire people, but they're. I'll say this, guys. I have a friend. I'm not going to give away their information or anything. I've got a friend that has been at training, and he said I'll be honest with you guys. He said it is a. How can I put this in nice, kind, family-friendly words? It's hell. That's the best way I can explain it. He said the training has been so like weed out. It's crazy. He started with a class of 75, and now they're down to like 20 guys. So that's for NS. Just putting that out there. He sent me all the information, and he was like, hey, you might want to start researching signals and stuff, which I'll have to anyway for Amtrak, but it was just really I don't know. He just told me all this information. He was just like, hey, you need to start studying like your hazmats, your track rules and stuff. Find old books, research and research and research. After looking into it, I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to be part of freight. I want to be part of passenger anyways. If the freight stuff totally bombs, you know, which it has so far. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a step in a different direction. And Amtrak starts, their organization is a little bit different. You start out as a conductor trainee for, I think they're 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks in Delaware, which is like that way up the road, not too far away. And you're there for like 10 weeks, and then you're shipped to your home. And I'm assuming that because you're a conductor trainee, you're kind of like shadowed. So that's what I'm hoping. Like you have someone, you're kind of like an apprentice, I guess. They teach you the ropes, and then you rank up, you mark up, and then you become a conductor, certified conductor. So I'm really excited for that. If I were the CEO of Strasburg, I'd hire you to engineer. Thank you so much, Scotty. That means a lot. I'll be there Saturday. I'll say hi if you see me there. Just throw something at me and say hi. Yeah, like I said, I applied to Strasburg. I really liked the organization. You guys were awesome. Really good group of guys. If I see you guys on Saturday, I'll say hi. But yeah, it's been fun. Actually, there was an engineer at Strasburg that works for Amtrak, and he was the one guy I remember saying, "Hey, have you looked into Amtrak?" And he was how can I say this? He was a larger build as well. He looked at me, he's like, "Have you ever tried Amtrak?" And I said, "No." He's like, "Apply to Amtrak." And they didn't have any positions open at the time, so we'll have to see. But yeah, thank you guys for your kind words. North Penn, I'm not a huge fan of Amtrak, but they do have some pretty fast equipment. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to be a freight guy, but it's all good. Chuck managed a liquor store. No one returned anything I sold them. Hey, there you go. That's hospitality right there. That reminds me of the movie Troll 2. He's like, hospitality. I won't allow it. I forgot the whole line. Ridiculous movie. George Train's going to get a cup of coffee. Get me one too. It sounds great. I need free excursion. Uh-oh. Ooh, funeral to attend. Hopefully everything's all right. I'm sorry to hear that. But I will be there Saturday. If not, just reach out. I'll be up there more this summer. I promise. I've got a lot of plans to go up there this summer and do some rail fanning. My Life's Tracks. Welcome to the channel. Nick, if you get the Amtrak job, do you know if you will just work out of Harrisburg or do they send you all over? I believe you work. Well, here's the thing. I know it all depends on the magic word of seniority. Um, so again, I gotta put my time in. I'm just a kiddo in their world, and I'm green. Well, I'm not even green yet. I'm not even in the door, so I'm just whatever. So if I get the job, I'll be very green. But I've heard from several friends that have ridden Amtrak and that are YouTubers that have told me in the past when they talk to their conductors that they ride the train up and back the Northeast Corridor, or they'll ride the Pennsylvanian to Pittsburgh and back. So there's two possible routes out of Harrisburg. Most of the green guys will ride to DC and back because they can kind of fit it in almost to an 8-hour day. It's probably a 12-hour day, honestly. By the time you get there and unload, check out your train, build the train, make sure everything's ready to roll. There's a lot too. There's like, not accessories, utilities that have to be working and inspected, brakes and all that. By the time you do all that and you leave and go to DC from Harrisburg and back, it's probably a 12-hour day. And I'm sure there might be days you hit your 12 at another location. You're like, well, what do I do? You guess you stay. You call a rail bus and you stay. But I'm not too worried about it, honestly. At least with Amtrak, I believe I would be home. I want to say at least sounds horrible. I'll probably be home at least 40% of the time. Your approach med coming in, you work your way to get green clear. There you go. Don't they go by divisions? I believe so. I know Harrisburg is one. Baltimore, I will say this. I know this for a fact because I actually asked someone that worked at Amtrak. They said that Baltimore services DC all the time. Vision, they actually have your base in DC. And I don't know how true that is, but we're going to wait for the bars to come back here. Let's see. Waiting for the internet to come back. Down to 2 out of 3 bars. I want 3 bars. Come on. Come on. There we go. But I have heard if you are part of the Baltimore district, which is part of the Northeast Corridor, you will end up in DC a lot. Been working for Strasburg for about 5 years, entering 6th year. Awesome. When I graduated train school in Washington, I worked for Norfolk Southern. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I know that's a newer thing too. I'm hearing a lot of guys that I hear this line a lot, and I'm not making fun of it. Trust me, I just hear it a lot. The words "I worked for Norfolk Southern," I hear that all the time, and it is very discouraging and it's sad. It shouldn't be like that. But I hear it all the time. There's actually a guy at the one of the hobby shops up in York. The owner used to work for Norfolk Southern. I know several other people that work at other organizations that said I worked for Norfolk Southern. We were at Steamtown Saturday, sitting on the platform waiting for the 26 to roll by to film. The 2 gentlemen at the Trolley Museum were talking about how horrible it is to work for NS. And I don't know. I don't know how horrible it's subjective. I've heard a lot of stories, but it's not really giving me a good vibe. Even though I'm wearing their shirt, this is like a celebratory shirt here, 1982 to whenever. What's that say? 82. Yeah, I enjoy watching their trains, but I just hear horror stories. I don't hear anything positive coming out of it. My wife and I take Amtrak to New York City and love it. So, John, are you taking the Acela? That's a really cool train. I've not been on an Acela, but if I get the job, I'm sure I'd be thrown on an Acela. Or the Acela, as I heard. Railfan Roger, welcome. Rode the Mark service from Aberdeen to Perryville and back. Hey, that's a fun ride. That's what what's that, like 7 miles, 10 miles? No, I've, you know what? Here's something really funny. So I actually, um, this is really cool. So I've actually contemplated, because I've never, this is going to drive you guys crazy. I've never ridden on an Amtrak before because we've always had the MARC train, which is the Maryland Area Rail Commuter Service, which is very efficient, rides on the Northeast Corridor down to DC and back. So Nikki and I were joking, if we ever could ride an Amtrak, would we ever take one from Lancaster to Parksburg and then Parksburg to Lancaster, just to say, hey, we rode an Amtrak. And that's like a 20-mile span between them. So it's all good. Van Doren Media, what's up? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you're doing well. Back from my long hiatus. Oh, thank you so much. Just got back into working on your layout. Very cool. Yeah, I met Van Doren Media at Heath's the meet and greet at Northlands last year. It's been a while. I believe it was last winter. That was a lot of fun. Very cool. Let's see. Yes, the Acela. Very cool. Hey, I've never ridden an Acela, but I would love to ride on one of those. But like I said, I've never ridden Amtrak before because we've always had the MARC train. But now that I live in PA, I mean, I'm very open to taking Amtrak to Altoona. It'd be kind of cool. Or even taking one to Pittsburgh, next big city up. But I'd love to take one to Altoona. The times are kind of goofy, so I'd have to take a couple days off of work, but that has been on my wish list. North Country Trains, welcome. Picked up a crew at Bono, Arkansas Saturday, and the dispatcher never told the crew I was picking them up. Isn't that a crazy surprise? Welcome. From perspective, I enjoyed NS job. Always had great engineers. The worst part was not getting enough sleep while on call. Yeah, I've heard that. I think it was last year. Yeah, I believe so. That was a fun meet. I got lost in Northlands, which everyone told me. They're like, hey, it's like a 2-mile walk. You know, it's all good. He got my name right. Yeah, I know, right? I was actually like stepping on landmines trying to get the name right. But yeah, welcome back. Welcome. Headed out early, making new videos. North Penn, awesome. We'll catch you later. Found out some NPC train sets yesterday. Very cool. What did you find? Let us know. And actually, the same shop. God, I can't talk. The same shop that has the gentleman that used to work for NS. He has a Blue Comet. God, what's the other one? The Southern Pacific Daylight Diesel AA set. The Southern Crescent set. And some other NPC sets at his shop. They're pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the NPC like Steam at the moment. I like post-war Steam engines a lot better, but I do like the colors and everything. I would like to get a Crescent set one of these days. It'd be kind of cool. Y'all can call me NCT. There you go. I like that. That's cool. Cannonball Express. That sounds like fun. Oh, he's got to go. All right. NCT. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a great week. So, guys, we're going to run some trains here. But, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on whatever happens with the Amtrak stuff, but it's looking positive. Hi from the railroad capital of the world, Altoona, Pennsylvania. Jimbo, the PRR guy. Awesome. Welcome. You cannot have this. This is mine. This is probably made in Altoona, so there you go. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Here you go. The best Charlie ever. Welcome, welcome. and it works. That's the thing too. A lot of NPC stuff can be a little finicky, but a lot of plasticky. That's the best way I can explain it. Once Amtrak gets over the COVID restrictions, I want to take the Amtrak Empire Builder across the Pacific Northwest. That'd be very cool. Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know if the train mask mandate's in effect. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Jimbo's like, nice. It's like, I want that. It's a K-line too. It's a K-line smoking caboose. That's my gem. And actually, the PRR had orange caboose or cabooses. I had no idea. I looked it up. I was like, there's no way they had an orange caboose. You know, like, this thing's really loud. Very loud. And I found out these were like safety cabooses. They made them orange, apparently, for a couple reasons, so you could tell where they were in the train. Because they were radio equipped. They had like the radio antennas going down. So apparently they made them orange so you could tell where the radio signal would come from, or so you could tell which caboose was a radio equipped or not. I thought that was really cool. Only one to see doom and gloom. Uh-oh. Auto Train got hit by a car on Saturday. That's kind of ironic because a car getting hit, or a train getting hit by a car that's full of cars. I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly. But hopefully no one was seriously hurt, or, you know, this is horrible. Lots of NPC rolling. So I do too. I've got tons and tons of NPC. Got a northbound Nick. Looks like a Memphis, Tennessee, Kansas train. Very cool. Kansas City. Very, very cool. But guys, we're going to run some trains around. So on the outer track, I got the P42. And, uh-oh. Jimbo, yes. Yeah, actually, I have the... Here, I'll show you guys this today. I kind of did something like a baggage car. It's the Horseshoe Curve Memorial Weaver car, P42. And then I actually built my rail fan park over here. I know it's kind of blurry, is kind of set up like Horseshoe Curve. So it's my version of Horseshoe Curve up here in the layout. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I love Horseshoe Curve. I watch it. I've fallen asleep watching the live stream, but I have been to Horseshoe Curve. It's been about a year. Because we went in June last year. It was awesome. We'll be there this summer, I'm sure. And if I get the job with Amtrak, I'll be there. I'm pretty sure I'll be there all the time. Actually riding the curve. So yeah, we'll get these trains running. I think Chessie the cat's up here too. She's hiding, trying to stay cool near the window. But yeah, we'll get these trains running. I'll be right back in a second, guys. We're going to run the 736 with some post-war, like, what do you call them? Post-war, well, 736 is a post-war. The tender's post-war, but what cars are there? The fish car. I got the Lionel Lines Aquarium, mobile aquarium. That's a post-war recreated car, and then I've got the more modern, 90s modern radioactive car next to one of the caboose I picked up from Bernie's shop. So, it'd be pretty cool. Bad kitty, no, she's doing all right. She's just hiding. She's doing good. She's warm. When I worked for Norfolk Southern, it was weekly site to go through the curve. Oh man, that's awesome. I fall asleep every night watching live rail cams. Yeah, me too. I love watching Horseshoe Curve. That's my favorite. Sometimes the squeaking wakes me up, the squealing, but I love it. Thank you so much, Jimbo. I've seen Phil Klopp's O-scale Horseshoe Curve. I have not. I have seen a Horseshoe Curve that this one N-scale club, I think it's an N-scale. Yeah, it's N-scale layout. They always have it at the great scale shows. Whoa. So we're going to have the Amtrak running. I'll I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to grab something really quick to eat so I don't pass out during the live stream. But hopefully you guys enjoy. Got the Williams P42. There we go. Going the right way. I enjoy N-Scale. Roger, I'll be there this weekend to catch Sparky 107's meetup. It's going to be awesome. And I think DJ's Trains is going to be there too. Possibly RBP, I'm not sure yet. But it's going to be a lot of YouTubers. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the P42 is nice and quiet. But we got the Berkshire lit up. She's loud. Oh, come on, Burke. There we go. And 736 coming in hot. Do a meetup in July. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I need a scale Berkshire now. Or does anyone happen to know what the Erie Lackawanna ran steam engine wise? Because now I have an Erie Lackawanna caboose and a nickel plate road. I know what the nickel plate road used, but yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Alright guys, sorry, I'm back. Alright, let me catch up on some comments, guys. Chuck's Lionel, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. But yeah, I would like to get a scale Berkshire. That'd be awesome. Berkshire. Also a Camelback. Hey, Funkmaster, how's it going? Welcome. You'd think, as me being a railroad worker for 16 years with NS and Strasburg, I would have a layout, but I don't because of 3 kids. Big basement for hangouts with the boys. There you go. Yeah, I gave the basement to the girlfriend, and the crazy thing is, about 3 or 4 months ago, I was actually thinking about building the layout in the basement and giving her the attic, but it just didn't work out because of space. There was more space up here, usable space up here. Christopher Berger, aka CB Train Nut, welcome. Hey Nick, just popped in to say hello, watch a few minutes of trains running. Thank you so much for stopping in. Hey Brian Rock, have a great night. Be safe out there. Hopefully we see you come back. Funkmaster, I'm going to run the Sharks next. Probably run the Sharks with the Amtrak train. I guess we could run the NS as well. Hey, Florida Railroad Dog, how's it going? Also known as George. I know. Here, I'll run the Sharks real quick, because I did promise to run those last week. We ran out of time. Ooh. I'm actually going to fix the other camera to go on the curve there. Let's see. There we go. And that's the Strasburg Railroad caboose on the layout. So yeah, we'll get the Sharks hooked up. I'll keep the Burke running for a little bit. Yeah, Jimbo, Sharks are great. I was actually talking to a bunch of guys at Steamtown this weekend. Apparently the only reason why they retired the Sharks, parts and availability of parts. So they would have gone forever, but they're fixing the 2 up in Michigan. They should be finished soon. They actually brought them out of storage very recently. Should I build a giant coal train for the Sharks? I've got coal cars. I can take the Amtrak off and build a coal train. Wish to be at Strasburg this weekend, but Saturday I have the funeral. Sunday is the weekly day off, so dispatching. All you rail fans have a nice time. Yeah. I'm not much of a foamer, but it's a lot of fun just watching trains and relaxing. We could build a coal train with the Sharks. The camper, I've had the trailer for a little bit. It was just at the corner of the layout, but that is that's the pride of the neighborhood. Right there is an RV. Looks like the train you're waiting on. Oh, jeez. DNA Sharks. Oh, very cool. They are in D&H paint scheme. The only two D&H paint schemes that I believe were sold to the D&H. I think they were sold from the Monongahela, which later became, I believe, part of the New York Central. But there's a scenic railroad up in Michigan that have the Sharks right now. Clark right there is an RV. That's one of my favorite movies. It's a good looking vehicle there, isn't it? Yeah, the D&H has awesome colors. I was actually in D&H territory a few months ago when we found the abandoned GG1s in New York. I believe it's called Cooperstown Junction. If you guys ever want to check it out, just look it up. Just be very respectful and, you know, look with your eyes, not your hands. Take pictures and do all that fun stuff. Yeah, I love the Vacations. Not a fan of the Vegas one, but the others are funny. Yeah, Christmas Vacation's the best. All right, I'm gonna grab you a Shark. We'll just run the Shark with the, well, I'll build a coal train. It's not a Shark unless it has a coal train behind it. So give me a second. I'll build a coal train. Alright guys, I gotta go grab the sharks. I got the coal train built, so I gotta go grab the sharks from the shelf. And take the Amtrak down. Give me a second, guys. Alright, grabbing the sharks. Alright guys, I'm going to switch out the steam engine too. See if I can still do this. Whew. I hear something familiar. Alright guys, yeah, I switched out the sharks and the outer track, and now we got a well, I put the NS on the outer track, or the inner track, so now we have yeah, behind the or in front of the aquarium car, I put the seafood car as a joke. And we have the Sharks on track 1. Here we go. Whoops. I don't think I have space for a tunnel on this one. Hey, Rail Chief, how's it going? John Doe, what'd I miss? Just a little bit of everything. Just running a coal drag. Some other stuff. I got both smoking cabooses on here. Hey, Scotty, thank you so much for stopping in. Time for the nighttime story. Very cool. Yeah, see you next time. Hopefully catch you up at Strasburg sometime. It's a big one. Norfolk Southern, they sure make them units big. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I could find East Penn Railroad locomotive and N scale, that would be really cool. Forgot to mention, guys, I also have some other electronics wired up on the layout, so we'll have to check them out. Hey, Bethlehem Railfan Productions, welcome to the channel. Well, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Just running some new and old school trains at the same time. Some of the HO units with coal. 60 to 80 cars, very cool. Got the little bridge signal hooked up now, and also the beacon, which I should fix that in a second. Awesome, new board has arrived. Oh, Scotty's your oh, that's awesome. There we go. Got the beacon moving too. A Mark's train, yeah. Trying to get a better shot for you guys. Whoops. There you go. Yeah, Mark's stuff is pretty cool. Don't work for the railroad, but love to rail fan, especially the brother on 475. That's a cool engine, the Mastodon. Very cool engine. I know those guys don't like working on 475 because it's like pretty tight and everything, but it's a cool looking engine. Hey Tom, how's it going? Yeah, I got the bridge all hooked up. I have to do scenery all around this stuff, but it's coming in. It's a project. It's a work in progress. Strasburg rail fanner 475. Welcome, welcome. Hey Tom, it's good to see you too. Scotty's favorite engine to drive. Doesn't mind the tight space. It's a cool engine. I like it. And it's historic, too. It's one of the last of a kind, if not the last. Did Lehigh Valley have passenger cars? Yes. Rode one train, one time. NYC under the mountain. Or under the river. Very cool. Yes, the lights do change. I have them hooked up to the, this guy right here, the IR. It changes. There you go. Yep, that's the aquarium car. I put my aquarium car right next to the seafood car just to make it more efficient. Live in Michigan, only visit Pennsylvania 3 times a year. Yeah, I'm always over at Strasburg. It's one of my favorite places to check out trains and stuff. I put a kill switch on the crossing gate, so this guy, these don't ding all the time. I have a kill switch underneath, cuts off the bell. John Doe, I'm running conventional with the TMCC remote, but the Norfolk Southern engine is fully command with DCS, and the outer train, the Shark, is a conventional only. Yeah, it's got the nuke. It's the there they are. I've got the earlier one, or anniversaries. Yeah, Tom, Steamtown was awesome. I love Steamtown. Hey, Evan, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great night. Out early day. Oh, yeah, no worries. I totally understand. That place is huge. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to switch out the Sharks. The NS does just not want to shut down. It's like, no, I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive. Oh, jeez. No. Well, I gotta give these engines a rest. I mean, it's hot up here. And that poor Baldwin is pulling like, I don't know, 25 cars or something like that. I don't know. I can't count that high. They didn't teach me that in school. Hey, thanks, John. Yeah, so anyone coming in late, I applied to Amtrak today, so we're going to see what happens. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's definitely a step in a different direction. Like, honestly, at first, I was not expecting to, you know, apply to Amtrak, but then a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me either through Facebook or email saying, hey, Nick, did you try Amtrak? Or even live streams. Nick, did you try Amtrak yet? And I applied, and I heard back within 45 minutes of my application of them calling me to schedule my physical test. Hey, thanks, Tracy. Yeah, yeah, Tom. Yeah, definitely Amtrak. I'm looking forward to it. And so they do actually like physical evaluations. So not like a medical exam. That's later on, I'm sure, if you get the job. But what they're gonna do is see if you're able to even do the job. So like some lift tests, I guess, and there's a machine that they use to test people, and we'll have to see. There's Brian Rock. Hey, hopefully it was a good run. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be something different too. I mean, passenger service is very interesting in the country, and I've heard several other YouTube channels say like commuter rail is useless, and I heard one particular channel talk about that not too long ago because someone asked them if they ever tried to do commuter rail before they became a conductor at the particular railroad. I'm not mentioning any names or anything, and that individual said commuter rail has been proven not efficient or not needed. And I disagree because I will tell you guys this. If I ever go into Washington, D.C., when I lived in Maryland, we could get on the MARC commuter rail. It'd be packed with people going to work in D.C. from Maryland, even from Baltimore to D.C. Totally packed. And people use the MARC commuter, and it's full train every day. Full multiple trains too, and the train going home, we could barely get a seat on the train going home. And I'll tell you guys this, people hate driving in DC. People hate it. I hate it. And you have to pay for parking, pay for event parking. It's so much easier just to get on a train, get dumped in the city, and then take the metro for your metro. People get that whole month, like whatever, $150 or whatever, and use it whenever you want. That's the way I like to travel DC. New York is like the same way. You could take the subway almost everywhere in New York. Baltimore, not so much. And plus, it's Baltimore. I can attest to it. But definitely needed. It's not the most efficient because I would say it's not so much Amtrak or commuter rail's fault. It's once you get there, where do you go? You know, like Baltimore City bus lines are absolutely horrible. There is a subway in Baltimore. I would not recommend going on it. There is a light rail, but it only goes through the main vein in town. So it's very different. It's interesting how it all works. But there we go. Turn off the signal there. But I believe, yeah, the good old Beltway. Yeah, no. But for commuter rail is very subjective. Like I said, if you're going into DC, take a metro. Even go into like a hockey game or a baseball game in DC. Take the metro. It's so much easier. You don't have to worry about parking anywhere. You just get on a train and you go. So we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, I've heard about that. There's a plan for a new commuter rail along that. They're planning on doing more Amtrak stuff. I don't know how well that's... I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I would love an Amtrak out to Scranton. Because you can walk Scranton. Scranton's small enough to walk around in. It's safe enough, in my opinion, to walk around. It's not like a Baltimore. But yeah, I'm excited for it, honestly. And, you know, Amtrak is here to stay. It's, you know... It's a good operating rail system. Except they don't make me cut my hair. How come there's only Russian bots during live streams? Well, I'm getting a lot of, I will tell you guys this, I'm getting a lot of spam. I looked it up, it's from like El Salvador and Peru. I'm getting a lot of spam messages. It's like very, very vulgar Spanish. I've translated it. I know how to speak some Spanish. I was just like reading. I was just like, oh God. And they lead to a link to a place that I would not click on at all. Like they could destroy your computer. Hey, thanks Florida Railroad Dog. You like sports? What teams? I know is a train show, but thought I'd ask. So growing up, I was an Orioles fan. I wear an Orioles hoodies all the time. I've got my Orioles cup here somewhere. I think I took it over to my desk. But it's hard to be a fan of a team that doesn't win a whole lot. It sounds so horrible. I used to follow the Ravens. I'm not a sports person anymore. I just don't like the people getting into fights over sports games. I just like watching it for fun, you know. But I've been in the stadium. I can see you increasing your Amtrak collection. Yeah, probably. I actually now I was actually at a couple Orioles games. People would get in the fights, like Yankees and Orioles, over a baseball game. And I was like, man, I'm in the wrong place. Like, I don't want to see anyone get hurt over a stupid game. I love baseball. I used to play it. I used to watch it all the time. And now it's just kind of like, I don't have time. I'm playing with trains, but I do appreciate it. More of a baseball fan than football. Wish St. Louis still had the old streetcar lines. Used to be able to go on and about anywhere for a quarter. There you go. That's awesome. Rob 412, what's going on? Welcome. No one destroys my PC. Yeah, there you go. Amtrak train to Duluth, Minnesota may not happen. Ooh. But yes, so Rose Jewel, that's funny that you may ask or may say that. I actually have an acquaintance that owns a shop in town, and he has an expansion set for this Northeast Corridor set I just picked up. I think he's asking a little much for it, and he usually doesn't haggle on price because I think it's mostly consignment. But it's... I don't know. They're all MTH Premier cars. Same with... I got the box right here. Oh, God. I didn't buy them. These are mine. These are from York. He's got the expansion set that came with the Northeast Corridor set that I might pick up. I think they're like $380 or $375 for the 4 cars. I only paid $200 for those cars, so I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to think about it. I got some other things on my mind to pay for. And if I'm away in training for, if I get the job, if it's a big if, I'd want to save up my money for, just in case I don't get the job. Let's see. I want the crossing to turn off. I got to get it out of the block. Whoops. Nope. Keep on going. There you go. Shoo. I don't want those LEDs going off the whole time. I don't want them to burn out. St. Louis has a streetcar loop. That's cool. Want to take an Amtrak from Toledo to Chicago for the day. That'd be really cool. Don't like the trash talking fans fight. Supposed to be a game for fun. Yeah, like I said. Okay, I went to one. Okay, here's one interesting thing. I went to a baseball game, right? It was Yankees Orioles again, and well, actually, was it a Yankees game? Some guy. Okay, I don't know what their motive was, but Orioles and Yankees have never agreed with one another. I don't get it. I don't see the rivalry in it other than like they got better players than us. I don't really care. It's just a baseball game. But some guy wore a Yankees jersey to a game that was not a Yankees game, which I think is stupid because you're dealing with people that are drinking and may not like your team very much. And they this happened at the Orioles Stadium a few years ago. You guys can look it up. I believe they threw the guy off the balcony of the Orioles Stadium. The guy ended up dying. And I remember seeing the guy. This is crazy. I saw the same guy at a different baseball game. I think it was for... I want to say it was for either the Blue Jays or Florida's team. Why can't I think of Florida's team? Oh, shoot. Well, it was for one of those games. It was not a Yankees game, and someone threw the guy off a balcony. Probably some guy got drunk or something. And I'm like, no, this is not, no. Nope. But, yeah, Tampa Bay Rays. That's what I'm thinking of. But I think it was a Rays game or something. They threw the guy off a balcony and ended up dying. I'm like, this is a baseball game. Who cares? And it's all because someone probably just got drunk and were like, said some things about the Yankees. I don't care, guys. Like, baseball, sports are sports, Don't have any Amtrak 3 rail. Now I'm opposed to owning Amtrak 3 rail. Like hearing baseball on the radio. Yeah, I used to carry a transistor radio at my first job. My first job was like an internment camp. We were not allowed to have any phones out. We were not allowed to like have our iPods, even though we would listen to music in the greenhouse or something. Because I worked at a nursery, and we had a radio in the shop, and basically we were not allowed to use the radio unless it was like the news or something family friendly. So we couldn't play like the rock station in town because they used to blur out all kinds of profanity all the time. And yeah, so I used to turn it on the AM station. At the time they played AM baseball up until like 2018 or something, 19. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Went to Camden Yards, and it was beautiful, but the O's fans were very passionate, like Yankees fans. Yeah, the stadium. Okay, so Camden Yards, I know I've talked about this before on the channel. Camden Yards was a yard. It was a Baltimore and Ohio rail yard. So, like, where it says warehouse C, A, B, C, and D, I think those are all B&O. It's a B&O warehouse. So the tracks, where the tracks come in, where the MARC train is, where that parking lot is behind the stadium, behind the warehouse. And they used to go out to the city. There's also a railroad that goes underground. That's the main line. The old B&O main line goes underground underneath Baltimore City. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. All for a game. Yeah, I believe it happened I want to say it happened in 2016, 2017, something like that. Maybe we'll see on the yearly train at NYC. Hey, that'd be cool. Very cool. Playing the same music all the time. Yeah. No, it's like we had a bunch of rock stations in Baltimore. Some of them were family friendly-ish. We had we still have it 100.7 The Bay, which is decent. It's like we call it dock rock, kind of like the same like Led Zeppelin, Mossy Rock stuff, the Doobie Brothers, stuff like that. But then we got into 98 Rock. They played the more modern thrash stuff and some other stuff mixed in with classic rock, and a lot of people didn't like it. And then that's what the guys would play, because 98 Rock would play the Ravens games. But yeah, so that's a little bit of a tangent, but it's all good. No worries. But yeah, Camden Yards was a B&O rail yard that covered in tracks. They used to have barges that used to go up to the yard to pull cars to other sides of the city. It was really cool. NCR's line used to terminate at the station at the Domino Sugar building in the harbor. Correct. Yes. Yeah, old Pennsylvania Main Line. Old Northern Central Railroad's Pennsy Main Line. I've traced them. Well, you can... I was going to say, John Doe, you can trace those tracks all the way down the Northeast Corridor, really, where they connect at Penn Station. But then the tracks kept on going. I believe they used to go in the middle of the street in Baltimore. Now I'm a Philly fan. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, I haven't been to a Phillies game. I haven't been to Philly in a long time. Like, actually get out of my car and, like, walk around. It's been a while, but I like to check it out. But, yeah, we'll have to see what the train stuff brings, if it happens. If. I'm not going to get my hopes up again. But, yeah, we got a lot of railroad history around here. It's pretty cool. And then the old, I found out every day a train, it's 2 GP38-2s. They leave Curtis Bay, and they go on the old Western Maryland track, which is actually not too far from here. And they go up to Hanover, Pennsylvania to service the Utz plant with like oil and stuff food goods, foodstuffs. Then they go up to the quarry, the Vulcan Materials Quarry. They bring all that material down to Baltimore for the concrete plants. It's really cool. Eric Williams, how's it going? How's things going? Pretty good. Just hanging in there. Trying to get through this week. It's going to be an awesome, busy week. Got a lot going on. B&O used to own their own tugboats, pull barges, a lot of railroads. Yes, and that's where we got these guys right here. There you go. Little docksider. I called this the Trant stamp during the video I did on these. But yeah, these are docksider engines, so they would have been on the docks. And sometimes they would pull the barges. I've heard this. This is just, I don't know if it's true or not. We have a family member that their great-grandfather or grandfather worked for the B&O Railroad. And he said that if they had to pull a barge into port, they would actually hook up to one of these and hoist it to basically get it in the port. Because they were so heavy, either full of coal or other rail cars, other goods and such. They still have coal barges in Baltimore. It's pretty crazy. Rail fanning at Philly Station is an all-day action. Unreal. Very cool. I'd love to see those moments. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, guys, there's so much railroading history just within a 50 square mile, 50 square miles, I'm going to call it that, because then that hits Baltimore. Just it's a saturated area of just amazing. It's really cool. And 50 miles from here, you get to Harrisburg. Oh, internet. Let's see. Come back, internet. It's coming back slowly but surely. So if we go 50 miles north, you hit Harrisburg. Tons of railroads. Tons and tons of railroads up there. You go down south 50 miles. Tons of railroads down there. And Baltimore, if you guys think about it, a lot of you guys might say, Baltimore doesn't have that many railroads. Well, this is pretty crazy. So Baltimore has a ton of railroads right now. All different railroads. You have, Amtrak, CSX, Norfolk Southern, the MARC train, the light rail, the Metro. You have Canton Railroad. Then there's another one that's Rail Logistics Corp. That's 8 railroads or 8 rail workers in Baltimore as of today. It's pretty crazy. Norfolk Southern train still goes to Baltimore. Yep. Oh yeah. Now most of it's going to be CSX because that's old B&O trackage or chassis system trackage. And Maryland used to have more railroads too because you had Western Maryland. You had a bunch of short lines. You had like the Potomac. Oh, what's it called? The Baltimore and Potomac Railway. Yeah, the Western Maryland, of course. It's class 1, but it's just a lot of railroads out there. They've got 765 running. Have you seen that locomotive in person? I don't believe so. I'd like to see it in person. I've seen 261 back in 1994. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, there's a lot of railroads I would love to check out. It's all about funding and just getting there. I'd be worried the barge would drag the locomotive off the dock. You'd be surprised. They move pretty swiftly. Strong current. Well, Shipwright, that's kind of cool. So Shipwright, the Baltimore Harbor is just kind of there. And I mean, it's tidal, but there aren't really a lot of like currents until you get out to like the river or underneath the Key Bridge. The Key Bridge has rip currents and all kinds of things underneath you can't really see. But the harbor is very dead. It's like a pond almost, but it's tidal. But yeah, they used to do a lot of not very safe things. Sketchy stuff, as I call it. Lots of sketchy stuff on the railroads back in the day. But they didn't have the safety rules, They didn't have the, I'm sure they had the know-how saying, hey, that looks kind of sketchy, but, Ohio has many short line railroads. George Trains. I know Ohio has that. I think it's like the world's bumpiest railroad. It's the one that's like doing this. You see the cars swaying back and forth. That's a cool little railroad. They said they built the railroad on a swamp, and the swamp shifted, and the rails were just like there. Hey, William, how's it going? Yes, B&O, the first railroad, linking 13 great states. That used to be their slogan. It was like for the 13 original colonies, but you know. But no, the B&O is cool. I really do like the B&O. I'm not a huge fan of Baltimore. Like it's not my favorite place on earth, but I do appreciate the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. It really was a different railroad. I just there's a lot of history to it. And the crazy thing is too, like whenever I go out and see, it sounds kind of weird. If you guys ever look at different railroads, the way they did things, like for efficiency or maxing out the real estate, my favorite railroad, of course, Pennsylvania Railroad. You look at a Pennsylvania Railroad yard and you look at a B&O yard, they're night and day, the way they did things. But the B&O, just looking at some of their older yards, especially Cumberland, it's like the Anaconda plan. Like you put your railroad next to the competition, and eventually you're going to say, hey, I'm going to buy that railroad across the river. That's how Cumberland is. You know, you got the Western Maryland on the left side, totally inefficient, goes up and down hills, mountains, all that. The B&O is just coasting along of the river underneath the shutdown. It's just amazing. But eventually they bought them. I mean, the big merge, the Chessie system merge, the C&O, B&O, Western Maryland, Chessie system. C&O's Chesapeake and Ohio, or Chessie and Ohio. C&O, C&O, I just call it Chesapeake and Ohio. It's right before, so Chessie system was that merge, but they did have Chessie the cat, which Chessie the cat somewhere. I don't know if she's in the window. Let me check on her really quick. Nope. Chessie cat was up here. But no, a lot of C&O people, like diehard C&O fans, they get kind of upset. I've met a couple. They're like, the B&O and Chessie system, or sorry, B&O and C&O were always separate, and it's true. I mean, the B&O and C&O were, I'm sure they crossed paths in like West Virginia and probably Kentucky, all those areas, but not really like near us. Like where I'm at now, there's no C&O trackage until they became Chessie system. For some reason, the control Staten Island Railroad. Huh. The B&O might service 13 great states, but only one railroad was known as the standard railway of the world. There you go. Yeah, PRR. Yeah. From Missouri, so we're used to dealing with the river currents around here. Very cool. Used to ferry rail cars across using steamboats. Wow. I'm sure Baltimore did that. Baltimore was known for shipbuilding. You had like the, Fells Point, the Fells family. They were shipbuilders. They used to build something called the Baltimore Clipper. It was a very fast, streamlined sailing ship. Faster than, you're on the water with sails, but clipper ships were meant to go fast and, get products across overseas and all that. I think the PRR was broad gauge at 4 foot 9 inches, and the B&O was 4 foot 10 inches. I'm not sure. I know, Happy Valley Hobbies, welcome. I know that there were some issues during the Civil War. One railroad would have a different gauge, and then to go on the other railroad's trackage, it would be a different gauge than that one, so you had to transfer trains. I do remember hearing about that in history classes. Pretty cool. George Trains, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. CNO and BNO always shared lines. Yeah, but no, I'm just saying where they're located. Like, not where I live here. I mean, out west, or I guess it would be southwest of here. Because of the BNO Railroad Museum has a ton of CNO equipment. And I know a lot of CNO fans get upset that they're in Baltimore. The CNO stuff should be where they were, you know? They have a ton of CNO passenger cars. I know that. We're not a ton, but they have probably like 5 or 6 of them. So, hey JD, how's it going? Just got in. No worries. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I know. Well, we also have the 490, the yellow belly. Gotta get that thing working one of these days. I don't know if it'll ever run again, but I would love to see 490 under steam. I'm sure a lot of you guys would too. As a railroad coach spotted in 2 different locations. What's ASR? I got the thumbs up from JD. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, guys. So let's see. We can run. I was gonna say we can run one more train. I still have my saddle tank. I want to keep it down a little bit because it's like 10. Yeah, 10 o'clock at night. So we can run the little saddle tank. On Lake Michigan, the CNO had 17 passenger car, rail car. Were they like ferry ship? That's pretty cool. I have seen those before. They would put the cars on a ship, drag them across a river or a lake. I know. I think they used to do that across Lake Ontario into Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Never saw that one. Most of the South was broad gauge, 5-foot gauge. Holy crap! It was all narrowed to standard after the Civil War. Yep. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Because I remember hearing about that in Baltimore at the Railroad Museum, the B&O Railroad Museum. They said, if you want to go to, like, the southern... Well, Maryland's technically part of the South. They don't like to hear that. But it is what it is. You're below the Mason-Dixon line. I'm sorry. But Maryland... you would have... There's train stations in Baltimore City that would actually take you to, like, Virginia or West Virginia, and they'd have to get on a separate train coming down from like Pennsylvania or something like that. I thought that was really cool. Oh, Adironic Scenic. Very cool. Spotted in 2 different locations. That's awesome. Yeah, we have well, the Pennsylvania GP9 at the NCR is an Adironic Scenic Railway GP9. I think it was a 6-hour trip. Wow. The history guy did a special on track gauge the day the gauge changed. Very cool. It's like, oh no, we're going to standardize the gauge. It's almost like if O-Scale, if you know, Lionel and MTH came up with a standard, you know, that's all that's left. You know, Lionel got rid of all the O-Gauge, other O-Gauge companies other than, well, let's just say that. If they came up with a standard, it'd be like the end of the world. Let's just say you DCC guys have DCC. We have TMCC, DCS. It's like, all right. And then they came up with Lion Chief. You know, it's like a totally separate system for everything. It's pretty crazy. Hey, Brian Rock, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great night. Yeah, we'll run the saddle tank around. I've got the, we'll just run out with these passenger cars. Should be able to pull. Yeah. I still want to burn her up, you know. Have you ever noticed how wide O-Gauge... Uh-oh, I missed it. Have you ever noticed how wide O-Gauge is compared to an O-Gauge figurine? Yes, I have. And yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, I gave up. Like, I have a lot of scale cars. Like, this train behind me is mostly scale. The outer train's all scale. The Baldwin Sharks, they're scale. But no, it always looks goofy. I mean, they're toys. These are all really expensive toys, and they're a lot of fun. It's okay. It's okay to play with toys, you know, even as an adult. Like, cool. You know, it's a toy room full of fancy trains. The Erie was originally 6-foot gauge. Wow. D&H was 4 foot 3 inches. Funkmaster, I have the NS. Well, it's back there somewhere. But I'm gonna keep it down a little bit because it's past 10 o'clock. You need an MTH one. Which of what? 1X CNO railcar ferry is still sailing. The SS Badger. Coal fire reciprocating engine steamship still in revenue service. Very cool. Darn, man, I'll have to check that out. That sounds like fun. Oh, an MTH Docksider with all the bells and whistles and sounds. I know Lionel's got their legacy ones out now, and they're pretty cool. I might buy one of those, but I've got another engine in the docket before I get anything else. The NS Ace looks lonely. It already ran. We get this hooked up. We'll run that around a couple times before the stream ends in 20 plus minutes or so. Give me a second, guys. I got the camera over here, so give me a second. Let's see. Oh, an NYC 1066. And a CSX ES44. I've got some stuff in the queue. I'm actually looking at getting an Alco switcher I found on eBay. That looks really nice. And it's got Legacy in it, so I'm really looking into that. We'll have to see. All right. Hey, Lackawanna John, have a great night. No way. Bethlehem 76 Lion Chief. 2.0 die-cast smoking. Wow. Well, this is Bethlehem Steel number 72. He wants that Alco as well. But it's an O scale. The NS is it's been cited. No, it's O scale. Yeah, little engine's that good. Let's see. There you go. The Baldwins decided to crash into the other side of the car, so the Sharks are out for the count. The locomotive, it's a SD70 M-2. That's the NS engine. There you go. I'll look through the trees. Oh God. I have the blue lighting in my room finally. Very cool. Yeah, these are just the Philips Hue balls that Philips Hue bulbs. They work really well. Oh, the engine's squeaking. But yeah, the NS is a SD70 M-2. It's a fun little engine to run. I believe it's Rail King. Yeah, I'm actually going to stop her. I don't want to wear her out. She sounds awful. So Jeff, actually, I think there's another problem with that engine. So the little saddle tank, it doesn't puff smoke. So I think the chuffing unit is stuck. So it might be also what we're hearing, but I don't want to chance it. I already burned out one. The saddle tank, the Line O line saddle tank, that actually burned out the direction unit. So things happen. So no, I'm not gonna run the NS train anymore tonight. It's too late. She's really loud. I can't turn down the volume because I just have the Lino remote. I don't have the DCS or any of that stuff. But unfortunately, I can't run that tonight anymore. I ran it earlier. If you want to go back and see the running session with the NS, definitely do that. I'm not going back. It's just getting too late to run it. It's very loud, and I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want my neighbors tearing down my front door like, you ran trains very late, young man. I don't know. I don't know what they would do. I don't want to chance it. Oh, man. So does anyone have any railroad plans this week? It sounds like, I know Saturday I'll be at the Strasburg Railroad looking around. Be awesome. So you can fix the saddle tank. What engine is a quiet one? I don't know. Let's see. could do something kind of goofy. I have a really crappy bud liner who can run. I can hook this up to the end of that freight train, just pull it around. Is this the one that has both gears? This one looks good. Oh wait, no, these are the ones that have... these things are such junk. One of these has ballast stuck in the gears and it like clogs up. So that's a goner. That's a big old nope. Friday, you're going to go to CSX. We're going to do some rail fanning. Sounds like fun. Hey, Shipwright, thank you so much. I'm going to check out that, I guess it's a ferry boat. Train car ferry boat. Sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to check that out. The neighbor karma. Oh, no. Yeah, Adam, definitely go out and rail fan. I'd love to see what's down by your way. I guess you have Union Pacific and BNSF, right? Is that what you guys have down there? At least Union Pacific, I'm assuming. Yeah, the Baldwin's actually sorted out that side of the platform. That's great. But yeah, I just do you have a Conrail locomotive? I do. She's loud as well. It's a PS1. It's a PS1 ES, or no, E33, not ES, E33. What am I doing? But yeah, we've got tons and tons of trains up here. I'm probably not going to run anything for the rest of the night because it's getting late. Like I said, with the newer layout, this thing is a little louder. I'm actually working on soundproofing some of this stuff up here, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm actually going to add a carpet in here and all that fun stuff. Union Pacific, BNSF, and Santa Fe. So BNSF, UP. Santa Fe is part of BNSF, but sometimes you get lucky and you see an unpainted BNSF, like they left at Santa Fe, or they left at Burlington Northern. So yeah, it's so crazy. Like BNSF is what, 3 railroads all merged to one, I believe, right? Because yeah, Burlington route, Great Northern, and then Santa Fe. And then Santa Fe's ATSF, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Once they just merged into Santa Fe, I guess. Hey, Milwaukee's back. Welcome. Yeah, actually, I don't have any Milwaukee Road stuff. I know that they came out with a... oh, God. MTH came out with the extended... What's that... You guys would know what it is, but it's the Milwaukee Road that has like the 3 different parts they articulate, move back and forth. I forgot what locomotive it is. MTH had one, and the repair guy, when I got the NS engine looked at, he had one on their desk, and it was nuts. It was crazy. Like there's just parts and pieces in each little section. Any new updates on scenery? So DB Tech, I actually bought more fuzzy green expensive stuff from our friend Bernie, from Bernie's Model Railroader, or Bernie's Model Railroading. And I also got some figurines for the Hobo Camp. It's got some Woodland Scenic stuff coming in. And then my goal for this week is to work on the corner of town. Whoops. There we go. I didn't realize the crossing gates were going off. But I've got a whole plan to get actually the back section done. Excuse me, where Nikki's house is. That has to be fully like completed as well. I'm going to add in a level crossing to get to the house. And then back in the corners, I have to put lights inside the house. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got some LEDs to do in the gas station. So the gas station right there, the golf station. Turn the camera over. Yeah, this guy, it's all dark back there. That needs lights. And yes, they are pre-lit, but I'm going to redo them with LEDs because the lights that came in those, they only run off like 3 volts, and I can't like plug them up to my accessory lines. Like the accessory line runs like all under the platform. I just want to clip in and be good to go. But the roof comes off on these models, so I'll be able to take off the roof and put in recessed LEDs. It'll look great. There are a number of old locomotives. Excuse me. In the Santa Fe on Galveston Island, it's very difficult to film due to no shoulders on the road. Whoa! I'm guessing, are they steam engines or diesels? If you can get pictures of them, I'd love to see them. Just send them to me through through either Facebook or whatever. It'd be awesome to check out. Let's see. I actually heard about some of those. Even out towards there's an old tale like they used to send trains out to Northumberland, Pennsylvania, to be scrapped. I'm not sure how true that is, but I did hear about that from the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum. The guy was like, they get saved from Northumberland, but apparently there's a bunch of like abandoned steam engines that were going to get scrapped, or parts of them. They ran out of time or whatever. But yeah, I'm planning on working on a lot of scenery up here, especially with the summer days coming up. I'm going to be out filming a lot. I want to get this layout looking as good as possible throughout the week. So during the live streams and such, the layout looks a lot better. Looks better filming and all that. It's going to be pretty cool. Overall, about 80 to 100 engines between the 3 companies. I know there's I think it's out in Ohio. There's a locomotive contractor. He has thousands of diesel locomotives just chilling there, like F units, A units, B units. Just a crazy amount of locomotives just sitting there. I forgot who did the video on it. They did a drone flyover. It was just amazing. There's just trains everywhere. From all the big locomotive, class 1s right now, like Norfolk Southern, CSX, BNSF, a lot of CSX locomotives. Then they also had some classic locos. Like they had, I believe they had New York Central F units sitting there. And I was just like, holy crap. Like there isn't really a lot of New York Central left. It's just really cool to see. But I forgot what it was called. If you look it up, like abandoned locomotives, I think it's a company, it's a contractor. They basically harvest parts from these locomotives, and they might do a swap deal. Like, hey, you send us your broken one, we'll send you one that works. In the meantime, I'm not sure how it works. If this person owned, like, it's a company. They own thousands of them. It's crazy. But yeah, I guess we try to fix the bald one for one last run around. I just have to. Oh, it derailed really bad. All right, I'll try to find something to run on the outer track. Let's see. Oh, she's got power. Here, I'll put you guys on the rail cam. Whoops. There we go. Hey, thanks so much, Jeff. Yeah, the station's definitely coming along. Ooh. Yeah, she's a squeaking. Squeak, squeak. All right, I'll grab an engine really quick to replace the saddle tank with. I'll put her back on the shelf, and we'll get something running really soon. So give me a second, guys. 1 second. All right, let me go grab it. Cool. All right, guys, I grabbed a hey, Radar, have a great night. Want some of the homemade stuff and makes green paint with sawdust. That'd be cool to check out. All right, guys, I got the fan, one of the fan favorites on the track too. Whoop. She's kind of quiet. Yeah, Radar, have a great night. Thank you so much. There you go. Oh, Jeff, it's pretty bad. Like, God. Most of the train cars in the coal drag have derailed. There we go. Got the 681. Oops. Oh no, Jeff, the train actually decoupled and then the rear of the train hit the caboose. Yes, it's the turbine, 681. Oh yeah. And she's smoking. Jeff, it happened while running the train. It just, one of them decoupled, that's all. Does it actually have a turbine in it? No. No, it's pure AC power. Yeah, she's doing great. Hey, thank you so much, Eric. Here we go. Sorry about the blinking on the LEDs. You guys are seeing the refresh rate of the LEDs. Hey, Tom, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great night. Airport at midnight. Oh, man. Yeah, next week this station will be all lit up. We're used to the flickering LEDs. Well, now it looks pretty good. All right. Shoo. Yeah, that engine smokes out this whole room. I love it. It's just so much fun. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to call the stream. It's 10:30 at night. You can see it up there. Well, right there on the fancy Lionel clock. That finally shows the right time. For the longest time, it was always slow. But tonight, she is right on schedule. Give or take a few minutes. And, there's also a Chessie cat up here. Whoops. See if I can get her to come up here for a second. Come here. Hey. All right. Here's a Chessie cat. There you go. Let's go to 11. No, I have to get to work tomorrow, but Chessie says hi. Yeah. So anyone coming out to Strasburg Saturday, just send me a message on our Facebook or whatever, or just write a community post, or underneath the community post, I'll put a community post out tomorrow morning stating where I'll be. I'll be at Strasburg Saturday. Hopefully I can meet up with you guys and say hi, meet some of you guys out there. And it's all about Sparky too. It's not my meetup, it's Sparky's. And I can't wait to meet him as well. It's going to be awesome to finally meet Sparky, the man of mystery, the man with many jokes. But he seems like a really cool guy. I can't wait to meet him. So, but yeah, guys, have a great night. Thank you all so much for stopping in. No worries, Jamie. No worries at all. Could see them all. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Hey, thanks, Eric. Yeah, it's just a turbine. They're really cool. They're very, very easy to get. I do recommend it. If you guys ever post-war collectors out there, get a turbine. But to everyone out there, everyone watching the replay, everyone here now, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I see some of you Saturday. Until next time, as always, happy railroading. Have a great week. Have a great night. Stay safe. Don't play on the tracks. Be careful if you're filming trains. See you guys. Have a good one.